All right, so this video I want to talk about our feature, the market, which covers a few different things. Shout out Frankie, Diamond Hands. Um, but he was the one who gave me the idea to add this section to the site. And it's a great section. It's actually one of my favorites to use. So obviously we see the heat map here. We can click on any ticker and go straight to the ticker search, whichever you want, but it's obviously dead right now because it was a bad day in the market, choppy. But this is pretty cool. You see the top tickers in the each sector. But the next tab we have in the market is the overview. This is really cool now. So it's a lot of information here to unpack. All right, so stay with me. So we're just gonna start from the top down and just work our way down. All right, so first here we have market posts. This is a basic overview of, is the market bullish, bearish, or neutral? And I'm gonna get into what kind of gives us that score, that reading. All right, we have a breakdown of a mixtape, healthcare leading. That's a sector. Obviously, we see that here as well. Lagging its energy. The breadth split and volatility contained. So the breadth split would be. Let's jump into that right now. So the breadth split would be here and here, and what it is 195 names in our S&P ticker basket. The majority of them are advancing, meaning they're up, they're bullish. 106 of them, where 88 of them are descending, right? Or declining. This also shows you 14 of them are at new highs, 14 of them hit new lows today. 66% of that 195 names, 66% are above the daily 50 EMA. So it's not really heavy in one direction. Like, it's not like 150 tickers advancing when there's only 40 declining. That would be leaning way bullish, right? That's what that means. Okay. The fear and greed, we're at 60. That goes into the market post as well. Obviously, this will be a little bit more bullish. If we're like over here, that's kind of too bullish. But right now, we're in a good spot. The volatility, the VIX, is where it's supposed to be. Actually leaning more bullish than not. And the leadership, right? This is just showing you defenses are in control as far as the sectors. And when that's the case, the market leans more bearish when defenses are in control. Okay, that's what that is. So down here again, we have the greed and fear index factor meter. We have the VIX here. The price line, 9-day, 30-day, and 8-month. Just kind of just contango means just contained. And we have a list here of just, we see the rotation stocks or sectors here from top to bottom. Energy just getting killed. And then we could click most active, right? We could see the unusual volume, which this has been unusually high for some time now. And then we have relative strength, right? Which is above SPY. So we see the percentage exactly is above SPYs, right? So we have all of that here. We have the session context. This is covering the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell, which is SPY, QQQ, IWM. We'll see the previous range. We'll see the overnights. We'll see the volume pace. Everything is below average, below the 20-day average. We'll see the opening range here, and we'll see if it's below the opening range, which is a 30-minute range, the first 30-minute range each session. So it's been trading below that, as we can see here. All right. And then last but not least, our market moving news. And it's cool because you'll see medium. We see the tickers that it kind of affects. Like, this news directly affects these tickers, right? So we'll be able to just come here and we can just click that. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. So that's pretty cool there. All right. So moving on, we're going into the calendar. Last but not least, inside the market tab is earnings and data calendar. All right, we're going to see a week at a time. Right now we see both earnings and the data, but if you wanted just to see the earnings, you'll see that. If you just wanted to see the data, you'll see that. But you just won't see the red folders. You'll see all of them, all the data we have each week. But if you're looking at both, you'll only see the red folders. Okay, and we can go to next week, and again, sometimes like with data, they don't really like update correctly until like that week before, or you know what I'm saying, that Friday before. But a lot of times you'll get a head start, but I just keep it a week ahead here. Boom, see this, what's going on. By Friday night, Saturday it should be updated correctly. All right, yeah, this is pretty cool. Again, if you just want to click on a ticker, like, okay, we had earnings on Dash today, or SanDisk. Let's see what SanDisk actually did. Okay, so SanDisk is down 5%, so they must have missed earnings, right? There's our key levels. So let's see if 1280 holds. It's already at 1283. So let's see if that holds into open. Piece of cake, guys. Come on, man. Oops, came to the wrong spot. Oh, let's see if we can find something that actually beat. Let's try Dash. Okay, Dash is up modest, little 2%, nothing crazy. Let's see if they can tap that 220 pin zone tomorrow, huh? After beating earnings, looks like they're doing all right. 220 may come in. And that's how I use this guy. This is one of my favorite features. Shout out Frankie again. Super dope. Like a lot of information here, guys. Like throughout the day. You know, this right here is really cool. Actually, this has been spot on, and I trust it. And it's just an accurate reading of what's going on with the greed and sentiment, the VIX, the breadth of the basket of S&P names, and the sectors, you know, how those are rotating too. Like, again, if the fences are up, we're leaning bearish, and that's why we're probably not bullish. We were bullish yesterday, a bit like 40% almost. And now we're like back to neutral. So really, really dope feature here, guys. Yes, sir.